it going? What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Trying to set the mood here for a more relaxed, comfortable, happy video. But it's Saturday night and I've had a really long week with work. Socialized yesterday, did a little bit of socializing tonight, but I really just want to take this time, this evening of no responsibility, to just take care of myself. To just have a good night by myself. I know a lot of people who recharge by being social. I am not quite there anymore the way I used to be. I recently moved about almost 1,300 miles away from home. It's been kind of hard to adjust to a new city, especially a really big town. I'm from a decently small town, so definitely a shock. However, I think it's just really important for me to try and do the things that really make me happy and take care of myself and make myself feel better. So let's spend an evening together full of self-care. So I'm gonna give you all of my tips and tricks on how basically I recharge, make myself feel better. In my opinion, mental health is physical health. If I'm not doing good mentally, I'm not doing good physically, and vice versa. First things first that I do, I like to pour myself a tall glass of wine. This is the Barefoot Moscato. Get it at Walmart. This is the wine that I will be drinking tonight. So I really want to set the mood for this evening. One thing that really makes me feel good is shopping, and I know that finances can be tight. I went to Bath & Body Works today and bought some candles. So these are the classics. Got whipped coffee. This smells, to me, it almost smells like kettle corn. I don't know why. And then of course, if you haven't smelled this, you aren't living. I discovered this last year. The Paris Cafe candle. Oh my gosh. Just imagine like being in like this really cute dress and like you're just all done up. You decided to go to this cafe in Paris and have a cup of coffee, and you meet the love of your life. You lock eyes with that monsieur. I don't know, that's what it smells like to me. It's like a romantic smell, but it smells like Starbucks basically. And I bought this one today. I was really excited. Fall starts August 1st, obviously. You don't know that. Caramel pumpkin swirl. This one smells amazing. I wanted to feature this one because this is the one I'm gonna light. A little ASMR in here. I'm trying not to melt my nail. You guys ever melted your acrylics? Because that happens. So now that we've kind of set the mood, we've got my candles, we have our wine, I want to dive right into basically the things that really make me feel better. And first we're going to talk about physical things, like things I can do to my body to make myself feel better. Went to Ulta yesterday, got this face mask, and this is definitely giving me like nighttime vibes. It's the Pacifica Cosmic Clay. It's just like a cleansing clay mask. This one's really good. It has hemp and orange oil in it, so I think orange oil is supposed to be kind of balancing. It's like a balancing oil. So I will do this tonight. And then another thing that I really like to do, I'll probably draw a bath. My signature bubble bath slash body wash that I've used for such a long time. My mom got me on this and she always gets it for me. It's the iced mint lemonade from Philosophy, and oh my word, it just smells like so good, and it's just a very refreshing feeling. I love Philosophy. Their soap is so good. I always get this at Kohl's. So I'll draw a bubble bath, do my face mask, and shave. I use a men's razor, just like a Gillette. Any men's razor is really good. Women's razors just don't quite do it for me, but that's okay. But what I really like to do, what makes me feel better, I like to lay out and be in the sun and, you know, get that glow. Self-tanning is also like something that really makes me feel better. This is the Tanologist Express Tan in the shade dark. I've always gone for the darker shades for self tanner, but it doesn't really have much of a scent. It smells pretty fresh. And when I worked at Target, we sold these like crazy. So I'm gonna finally try it out myself. I've always used the Saint Tropez, which is very expensive. This was only $15. Saint Tropez is about $40, $45. After I take a bath and do my face mask and shave, moisturize a little bit, I'm gonna go in with the self tanner. And then another thing that I like to do if I have time, I like to tint my eyebrows like with a box dye. So I will like tweeze my eyebrows really good and then tint them. I've talked about it before in one of my videos. But if you just buy like an angled brush, you can kind of paint it on, let it sit for half an hour, wash it off, and boom, your eyebrows, they normally look like this. This is just makeup, and I can go like a couple days without wearing any makeup or doing anything to my eyebrows, and it lasts about a month. Also, another thing I like to do, I mean, if I'm like just really trying to feel myself, do like a full face of makeup, do my hair, take some cute pictures. If I'm in the mood, exercise. And exercise is honestly like the key to everything. It's a very good way to feel better. But if it's like a night in like this where I'm gonna take a bath, drink wine, and do a face mask, I don't really feel like working out first, especially when this is like a much needed evening to myself. So all of those things just like really make myself feel better. Okay, moving on to the more mental side of self-care. Doing things that physically make me feel better makes me feel better mentally to an extent, but I really have to try and kind of like cleanse my mind and my brain of any toxic thoughts or negative thoughts that I have. I try and make myself very aware of my feelings so that I can address them to myself. I don't always turn to like other people to find answers. That's been a very big thing for me lately, is to try to help myself. Stop worrying about other people. And I have this really cute journal that I was gifted as my senior gift when I graduated from my sorority from Phi Sigma Sigma. And then I have this really cute pen. It's from World Market. It's got like all these cute little designs on them, and it's just like little dangly. And then but I like to go in my notebook and wrote here, it says Jensen's Notebook of Gratitude, and then it has a little quote here from the Grand Archon, and it says, the past is your lesson, the present is your gift, and the future is your motivation. And I think that's just so great, and I really wanted to use this notebook to create positivity within my life and my head. Sometimes I like to go on Pinterest and look up like writing prompts for like gratitude. If I'm going through something like really specific, I will write down everything that's bothering me and try and figure out why, how it gets there, and how it escalates, and how to basically make it stop, solve it, or learn to accept it and move on. This quote that I saw on Facebook really opened my eyes to how I deal, or how I want to deal with some of my problems. And it says, you should dance with the skeletons in your closet. Learn their names so you can ask them to leave. Have coffee with your demon. Ask them important questions like, what keeps you here? Learn what doors they keep finding open and kick them out. So I thought that was really inspirational, and I think having a notebook like this is really useful. Or just pray about why I'm feeling this certain way, why I care about certain things, and hoped for some closure, and I found a lot of closure, but there's also been so many things in my life that still don't make sense. I like to write down, like basically dump my brain, dump all of my emotions into this book so that I can assess my issues. If you look at it physically on paper, then it makes you kind of realize it from a different perspective. Putting it out there, it's not being held in you anymore, so it helps you kind of dissect it a little bit more. But on a lighter note, I like to put on some of my favorite music. Like I have a record player and some records, so I like to have that like authentic sound, and then I will just write down things that I'm happy and grateful for. If I can't think of anything to write about, I'll just go back and flip through my pages. August 20th of 2020. Things I'm grateful for. That was the first thing I wrote in this 5 things that made me grateful. I wrote, I live in a safe home, finished college, I have food in the fridge, my hair is getting longer, and I'm healthy. It's kind of not dumb, simple things like that that just help me realize my worth, and it just kind of like brings back that gratitude that I should be feeling every day. And then the Bible verse that I wrote is Mark 11:24, and it says, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. That's just really refreshing. But on Wednesday, August 26th, I wrote about divine feminine energy. I am a Christian, I believe in God, but I also believe in the power of self, the law of attraction, and being able to meditate on yourself to empower your inner being, your heart and your mind, if that makes sense. And I think that it's real if you manifest it. I think God really gives us the ability to love ourselves if we can just accept it, because we are His creation and we were beautifully and wonderfully made. But okay, so these are some divine feminine energy, basically affirmations. So I wrote, the way to tap into my divine feminine energy is to take a bath or shower, to meditate, listen to music that is empowering, and take time to try to look and feel good. So those are the things that make me feel like an empowered woman. Basically, the title of this says, manifesting where my divine energy is pointed and flowing. Meditate on these manifestations and divine affirmations. They're pretty similar to like the affirmations I wrote a couple pages back, but it's like, I am a happy person and I'm happy with my life. So that's not entirely how I feel all the time. But if I write it down and believe it, then I will start to actually gain those emotions. Totally believe so. I'm deserving of all things good. My purpose in life is to make a positive impact. I will rise above any mental illness. I am strong and smart. Peace is in my head and my heart. I am a good person. I have a good heart. I am divine, sacred, and powerful, which is so true if you believe anything about just, I don't know. Women are so amazing. We have bodies that can do the craziest things, and I don't know. There's just something about a mother, or even if you never want to have children, just being a woman is such a beautiful thing. And we are divine, sacred, and powerful. And if you believe that, it will definitely boost your energy. I am beautiful, can achieve what I want. Only I define who I am. I deserve the love that I desire. And everything is and will always be okay. Those affirmations are very important to me. And I think having a self-care evening of writing down everything that I want to manifest in my life will really help me with my mindset, just going to bed and hoping that I can start the day refreshed. And then I think this was last week. I didn't write a date on it, but I know it was last week because I had unpacked everything and found this notebook, and I knew I wanted to write in it because these last few weeks have been absolutely insane. But I was thinking about how I feel really disconnected just with my life and myself. You know, sometimes you feel so disassociative with just what's going on and who you are. I've struggled a lot with identity issues the last few years. I mean, I've always had a lot of interests, but I found myself being compared a lot to other people. I just needed a minute to refocus on what is really happening in my life and who I am. So who is Jensen? And so I wrote down the things that interest me / bring joy to my meaningful life. Although I feel like sometimes my life is not meaningful, if I write it down and believe it, it will be true. I love to make new friends, skateboarding and new opportunities, art and videos, vegan food. I love cuddling with Graydon. I love everything about him. He's so perfect. Such a sweetheart. The other night I was up. I just could not fall asleep. I was like, what's something that's gonna put me to sleep? Actually didn't work too well. I mean, eventually I fell asleep, but I was kind of going through this thing again of like identity, who I am, and I thought, what if I went through the alphabet and named something that I'm interested in for each letter? Like, it could be anything that I like or love. That definitely got me thinking a lot. Just to have those realizations of who you are, what you like, what really defines you, not just like what makes you you. And honestly, as far as self-care goes, I think journaling is one of the most important things. Guys, enjoyed this video. I hope it was inspirational to you. I'm really just out here trying to help you guys. Obviously, like, my life is not always the way that I want it to be. I think it's really important for me to pass on the things that have worked in my life to kind of make my bad feelings go and accept all of the happy new things. Those candles smell so good. At the end of the day, the bottom line is to do exactly what makes you happy. If you have one thing on your mind that you really want, like, I want to go to Bath & Body Works and buy that pumpkin spice candle, girl, you better go do it. Even if it's just a small instant gratification. It's those little things in life that aren't worth suffering over. Life is so short and fragile. Don't buy that candle. Don't buy those cute shoes. You deserve it. Life is too short. It's those little things. I hope I've inspired you to take some time to yourself. Life is beautiful. I have to remind myself all the time that it is, and I'm on this crazy roller coaster that only goes up. Not to copyright John Green. Feel like it's actually really therapeutic for me to talk about this kind of stuff because it helps me help you, and I feel the most gratification, I feel the best about myself when I'm helping somebody else. Like, I don't know, just complimenting somebody, and it's genuine. I mean it. It's not like I'm gonna just go out of my way to say something I don't mean. This video is probably gonna get 2 views. One person's gonna dislike it. I already know it. But I hope that it brings some light to everybody. Find love in your life, even if it's your cat. Oh my gosh. I will see you guys next time. You guys like my ring light? Bye. Have a good day. Have a good week. Have a good life. Do what makes you happy. See you next time.